733-2111.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. Here on this Friday, it is 6:08 and 71 degrees outside. Going to be a beautiful day. But first, let's get a check of our local weather forecast from staff meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel.
Already a bit damp this morning, some wet pavement out there with some scattered showers, some patchy fog around. Scattered areas of showers around this morning, maybe an embedded thunderstorm this afternoon. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. We'll only be near 80 degrees. Overnight tonight, we'll fall back into the mid-60s, partial clouds and sunshine. And with a front in the area tomorrow morning, we may have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then a few clouds and sunshine by Saturday afternoon, and better, 87. Sunday, partial clouds in the middle 80s, and I think we'll take dry weather into Monday. Highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. On Monday at approximately 6:29 p.m., the Barron County Sheriff's Office stopped a 97 Dodge pickup truck on Finney Road in reference to a stolen trailer investigation. During the investigation, deputies located multiple small baggies and a glass pipe used to boat methamphetamine on the side of the roadway that was believed to have been thrown out by the vehicle's occupants. While conducting a search of the vehicle, deputies located a baggie containing suspected methamphetamine inside of a cigarette pack in the front seat of the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle, Joshua Miller, age 33, of Scottsville, was arrested and charged with no registration plates, failure of owner to maintain required insurance, operating on a suspended or revoked license, tampering with physical evidence, drug paraphernalia possession, and possession of a controlled substance. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. On Monday at approximately 6:29 p.m., the Barron County Sheriff's Office stopped a 97 Dodge pickup truck on Finney Road in reference to a stolen trailer investigation. During the investigation, deputies located multiple small baggies and a glass pipe used to boat methamphetamine on the side of the roadway that was believed to have been thrown out by the vehicle's occupants. While conducting a search of the vehicle, deputies located a baggie containing suspected methamphetamine inside of a cigarette pack in the front seat of the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle, Joshua Miller, age 33, of Scottsville, was arrested and charged with no registration plates, failure of owner to maintain required insurance, operating on a suspended or revoked license, tampering with physical evidence, drug paraphernalia possession, and possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, methamphetamine. Also, the passenger, Robert Shirley, age 31, of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with tampering with physical evidence, drug paraphernalia possession, and possession of a controlled substance, first degree, second offense, methamphetamine. According to Hart County Sheriff Boston Hensley, on August the 3rd, the Hart County Sheriff's Office received a complaint of a stolen vehicle from Walker Stewart Road. Gina Jewell, age 34, of Walker Stewart Road of Horse Cave, was arrested for theft by unlawful taking, auto $500 or more but less than $10,000, disorderly conduct first degree, resisting arrest, and alcohol intoxication. Jewell was lodged in the Hart County Jail in lieu of a $5,000 cash bond. The vehicle was returned to the owner. The following Hart County indictment warrants were executed on Wednesday by the Hart County Sheriff's Office, and all were lodged in the Hart County Jail. Jordan Bruton, age 24, of Munfordville, was indicted for wanton endangerment first degree, disorderly conduct second degree, and was held on a $25,000 cash bond. Dwight Wright, age 42, of Horse Cave was indicted for criminal mischief first degree, 2 counts, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle first degree, leaving the scene of an accident, operating on a suspended or revoked operator's license, failure of owner-operator to maintain required insurance, persistent felony offender first degree, and was held on a $25,000 cash bond. Paul A. Buckner, age 31, of 1600 Spivak Road in Munfordville, was indicted for possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, $5,000 cash bond. And Alan Gibson, age 62, of Bonneville, was indicted for assault second degree and held on a $20,000 cash bond. Gary Jewell, age 39, of Canmer, was indicted for burglary third degree, deposit. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. On Monday at approximately 6:29 p.m., the Barron County Sheriff's Office stopped a 97 Dodge pickup truck on Finney Road in reference to a stolen trailer investigation. Deputies located multiple small baggies and a glass pipe used to boat methamphetamine on the side of the roadway that was believed to have been thrown out. While conducting a search of the vehicle, deputies the 28th Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce Fire Training Academies. The grant to the Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department will allow them to purchase personal protective equipment for firefighters. The Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department does excellent work in Barron County, says Congressman Guthrie. He also adds that this grant will help them to purchase personal protective equipment, commonly referred to as turnout gear, that will protect the crew while they are fighting fires. This will be an excellent investment for the Barron County community and will save lives. He also adds that he is proud that the AFG program chose the Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department. Well, the South Central Kentucky Business Expo is coming up on August the 28th, and for the past 9 years, the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce has partnered with local businesses to bring the South Central Kentucky Business Expo. The event continues to evolve, but the mission of the Business Expo remains focused on getting local businesses to connect with other local opportunities. This mission is accomplished through bringing business leaders into one location to network. Another mission of the South Central Kentucky Business Expo is to educate targeted towards business leaders. Derek Ramsey is the Kentucky Secretary of Education and Workforce Development and is the perfect speaker for this particular audience. Ramsey is an All-American football player. In 1975, Ramsey became the first African-American starting quarterback in the University of Kentucky's history, leading the Wildcats to a 10-1 season, an SEC championship, and a Peach Bowl win. Ramsey then went on to play 9 years in the NFL as a tight end with the Oakland Raiders, the New England Patriots, and the Detroit Lions, including winning a 1981 Super Bowl ring with the Raiders. Ramsey began his government career in 2004 as the Deputy Secretary of Commerce. Governor Matt Bevin named him Secretary of the Kentucky Labor Cabinet in 2015, and earlier this year, his current position, this year's speaker sponsor, is Citizens First Bank. Again, Derek Ramsey will begin speaking at 9 a.m. on August 28th. That event is the South Central Kentucky Business Expo. Will be held at Ralphie's Fun Center. Doors open to the public at 10 a.m. And in local sports, Glasgow High School football season will begin soon, and you can be sure and join us this Saturday morning at 8:30 for the first edition of Ask the Coach for the 2018-19 school year. The sports director, Joe Myers, will preview the upcoming Glasgow football season with head coach Jeff Garman and get his thoughts on what he expects to see from his team this year. That's Ask the Coach tomorrow morning at 8:30 on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jerry Bloom. Crystal Rogers' family is hoping that someone knows something about her disappearance and that they're watching TV. The Oxygen Network will air a show on Sunday about Rogers' 2015 disappearance. Her mother was on the Today Show yesterday alongside one of the new investigators in the case. You can watch the disappearance of Crystal Rogers Sunday evening on Oxygen. A grand jury indicted a Perry County man accused of tampering with a police officer's food.
According to court documents, Joey D. Ritchie put his bare hands in food he knew was being prepared at Captain D's for Hazard City Assistant Police Chief Joe Engel. Ritchie is also accused of handling rice with ungloved hands and putting the rice in his mouth before serving it to Officer Engel. Authorities say Ritchie knowingly created a danger of death or serious physical injury to Engel. Ritchie faces charges of first-degree wanton endangerment of a police officer and third-degree assault. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
Nearly 30 pounds of meth will never hit the streets of Louisville. LMPD posted on its Facebook page yesterday that a truck carrying 29 pounds of meth had been intercepted. The LMPD post credited its narcotics unit. Lexington police make an arrest in a 2 decades old rape case.
The 13-year-old victim was walking home from a football game back in 1993 when she was approached by a group of men. They allegedly followed her to her house, smoked weed with her, and then raped her. The men then tied a rope around her neck and made her walk several blocks before letting her go. Last month, the victim's sexual assault kit was tested, and a match with James Fields' DNA was found in the national system. Fields, who was 22 years old at the time of the crime, has been charged with rape. I'm Haley Hansen.
And I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Summer vibes at the Kentucky State Fair, August 16th through the 26th. Hear all your favorite tunes at the Texas Roadhouse Concert Series in the new Bluegrass Village. 11 nights, 26 bands, all free. Save money, get your half-price State Fair parking code and limited edition souvenir State Fair cup available at any Rally's location through August 15th. For tickets and info, visit kystatefair.org today. The Kentucky State Fair, presented by Rally's.
Bring back those summer vibes.
Spring breaks out the scammers. The Better Business Bureau wants you to be on the lookout.
Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith-Hamblin with the BBB. Beware of sound-alike charities and phony websites, and beware of social media requests and emails for donations.
And don't give out any information.
Don't feel pressured to give money or financial information to someone who knocks on your door or calls.
Even derby tickets.
If you were asked to wire money to get the tickets, it is almost guaranteed to be a scam. Check out the business first at bbb.org, and don't forget to look for the seal for businesses you can trust.
Don't miss one of gospel music's favorite families reuniting to perform many of their #1 songs, the Spencer Family.
I'll never die. No, I'll never die.
J.B., Barbara, Wade, and Kevin Spencer joining together for a special concert along with the Sneed family on Friday, August 10th at 7 o'clock. Tickets available at www.cavecityconventioncenter.com or call 270-773-3131. That's the Spencer Family Reunion and the Sneed family at the Cave City Convention Center Friday, August 10th at 7 o'clock.
When I go in, it is always a proud feeling to go through the school and see what wonderful tradition, teachers, and staff we have, from the very first person that meets a student to the one that says goodbye to them in the afternoon.
That was educator Ronnie Doyle, who recognized 2 13-year perfect attendance recipients, Casey Lyle from Barron County High School and also Ashlyn Veluzed of Barron County High School.
We'll be happy to give you a plaque tonight and a check to help you with college tuition. And I found that kind of dear, as I have 3 grandchildren in school. So congratulations for your 13-year.
Other individuals who were recognized at the board meeting last night were the Volunteer of the Month, Nancy Klein, a Park City volunteer. Also, Classified Employee of the Month, Donna Kinslow from Park City Elementary Instructional Assistance, and Certified Employee of the Month, Wen Chang Wayne from Park City Elementary School. The Student of the Month was Gentry Gray from Park City Elementary. Also, 2 national runner-up teams were recognized at the meeting last night. From Barron County Middle School, it was Joshua Klein and Elijah Anderson, both incoming freshmen this year at Barron County High School. They were recognized for their runner-up with their app that they created, the Water to Land app, which features highlights and good places to enter streams at Barron River Lake.
Help with tourism in the community, and gave relevant, up-to-date information regarding waterway traffic, fishing trends, details on natural trails, weather information, and various other aspects that would be information for Barron River Lake. The goal was to improve and provide the best possible recreational experience at one of the community's top attractions. So our middle school students, Josh and Elijah, were runners-up in that contest, so we'll give them a hand.
Also, Barron County High School national runner-ups in agriculture expanded another app for ag networking, included Taylor Ladd, Zachary Harper, Dylan Bragg, and Dakota Brown. Ladd is a sophomore, Harper a junior, Bragg a senior, and Brown also a senior. And with completion nearing an end with the athletic field replacement for the football field at Barron County High School, along with their Area Technology Center and the Career Technology Center, Tommy Gum, President and CEO of Alliance Corporation, says things are almost done.
Several loose ends. I mean, we all know that. We still have people on site. We're working with staff to not hinder anything that's going on with them. Punch list. Where's Stephanie?
I'm right here.
I need to take the blue tape away from Stephanie.
It's green.
Was it green? Oh, it looked blue to me. Okay.
A dedication ceremony for the new facilities will be held on September 18th at 10:30. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. If you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible, with plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options. South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want, help steer you in the right direction, based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com. WCLU News Time is 6:25, and it is 71 degrees. In area funeral announcements at this hour, Jerry Hall Hampton, age 82, of Bowling Green, died Wednesday at the Medical Center in Bowling Green. He was a retired engineer for Continental Telephone Company. He was a Baptist and very strong in his faith and had a great love for his family and friends. As a member of the 13th Street Club in Bowling Green and was a friend and mentor to many. He loved the outdoors and was an avid fisherman. He is survived by 4 children, Randy Hampton, Ron Hampton and wife Lori Ann, Roger Hampton and Amy Stevens and her husband Scott, all of Glasgow. 7 grandchildren, J.W., Katie, Will, Caleb and Allie Grace Hampton, Jaden and Cole Stevens, and 1 great-grandchild, Owen Hampton. 3 sisters, Charlene Neal, Chris Lewis, and Kay Wingo, and husband Jimmy, all of Tennessee. Funeral services for Jerry Hall Hampton will be at 2 p.m. on Sunday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home with Burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be held on Saturday from 4 until 8 p.m. and on Sunday until time of service. Expressions of sympathy may take the form of donations to the 13th Street Club, the American Lung Association, or the Alzheimer's Association. Ruth Virginia Jenny Middleton Gibson, age 78, of Cave City, passed away Wednesday at the Medical Center at Caverna. She is survived by 3 children, James Michael Bybee, Anita Becky Freeman, both of Cave City, and Clara Sissy Wood of Arizona. A special niece, loved as a daughter, Stacy Lynn Middleton Sigler of Henryville, Indiana. 10 grandchildren, 12 great-grandchildren, 28 nieces and nephews, and 2 sisters, Dorothy Barton of Columbus, Indiana, and Janice Simpkins and her husband Lamar, all survive. Funeral services for Ruth Virginia Jenny Middleton Gibson will be held at 1 p.m. on Monday at the Wynn Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the New Hope Cemetery in Cave City. Visitation will be from noon until 8 p.m. on Sunday and from 9 a.m. until time of service on Monday. Funeral services for Thelma Childers Thompson, age 96, of Cub Run, will be at 11 a.m. Saturday, with burial to follow in the Oak Hill Cemetery in Cub Run. Visitation is from 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. today, and on Saturday from 8 a.m. until time of service. Funeral services for Michael Reed Poland, age 66, of Scottsville, will be at 2 p.m. on Saturday at the Goad Funeral Home, with burial in the Crescent Hill Cemetery. Visitation will be from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Friday, and after 7 a.m. Saturday until the funeral time at Goad Funeral Home.
Memorial services for Robert Andrew Sarge Goer, age 88, of Glasgow, will be at 1 p.m. on Saturday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Visitation will be on Saturday from noon until 1 p.m. Funeral services for Billy Joe Moore, age 84, of the Finney community, will be at 1 p.m. on Saturday at Hanging Fork Missionary Baptist Church, with burial in the Henderson Cemetery at Finney. Visitation will be at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home today, beginning at 4 p.m., and on Saturday morning from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m., when he will be moved to Hanging Fork Missionary Baptist Church. Funeral services for Jean DeWeese, age 81, of Sweden, will be at 11 a.m. on Saturday at the Sweden Missionary Baptist Church, with interment in the Sweden Cemetery. Visitation is in progress at the Patton Funeral Home, Brownsville Chapel. Memorial contributions may be made to the Sweden Cemetery Fund. Funeral services for Shirley Fancher Irwin, age 80, of Glasgow, will be at 3 p.m. today at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton, with burial in the Houck Cemetery. Funeral services for Reba Eveline Ward, age 81, of Glasgow, will be at 2 p.m. today at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial in the Poplar Log Cemetery. Funeral services for Aileen Copus Rich, age 81, of Tompkinsville, will be at 1 p.m. today at the Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home, with burial in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Donations are suggested for the Monroe County Backpack Program. Graveside services for Ryler Ellis Henderson, infant son of Barry Rutherford and Jamie Henderson of Greenbrier, Tennessee, will be at 11 a.m. today at the Rock Hill Cemetery. The Patton Funeral Home, Brownsville Chapel, is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Robert Lee Garman, age 75, of Glasgow, will be at 11 a.m. today at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary. Right now it is 6:30 and 71 degrees outside in downtown Glasgow. We're right back after this on Good Morning Live, WCLU.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
All right, here we are, just past 6:30. We're ready to do a little birthday talking here. But before we do that, let's take one quick 30-second break.
When Fire Pit Spirits first opened in May, they set out to be a place of business that puts service above all else, and that's why they have a large staff to help you find what you need and then help you do your car when you're done. They strive to have the best selection in the county, and you can be the judge of that. They also wanted you to have the convenience of a drive-through window for when you're in a rush, or if the weather just doesn't suit you. With so many options, Fire Pit Spirits makes sure they're equipped for professionalism and satisfaction. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, Fire Pit Spirits, best service, best selection, best friends.
That was nice to hear. I'm going to say this out loud because I don't want to forget, because I am grabbing my pen here. Well, if I had a pen, I got a good old-fashioned pencil. So let me write this down. Tomorrow, Jacob Coomer is going to be 13, and Jacob's grandmother called that in. So let's be sure we get that on the list. We'll repeat that in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at the birthday list for today. If I can get my computer to catch up with me, we'll be going. Computers have been an issue last couple of days, but appreciate y'all hanging there with me. All right, here we go. Not just computers. As you can tell, my lights haven't fired up just yet. I've never been a fan of fluorescent lights, and I never will be. And this is reason number 1567 why. Looking at the birthday list for today, giving birthday shout-outs to Lily Williams. Tyler McCown used to do commercials over here when he was a young fella. Not so young anymore. He's a grown man. Tyler McCown, happy birthday to you, sir. Also, Brenda Harbison. Hunter Love turns 18. He can buy lottery tickets today. How about that? Jesse Muse is 31, and Natalie Grace Holman has a birthday today. Also, anniversaries for Robert and Shirley Davidson today. They are 61 years married today, as we celebrated them being good as gold yesterday. Chad and Ashley Livingston are having an anniversary today as well. A nice couple and really nice folks. Just good people to be around. I know them personally. Now, today we are patting on the back Ashanti Gore, because Ashanti is going to be turning 16 tomorrow. So today, if you see Ashanti Gore around town, be sure you pat her on the back. Tell her she's good as gold from her friends at WCLU. That nomination was sent in by Crystal Knuckles. And it just says, hey, it's her sweet 16. Let's see if we can't make her feel special. And hey, why not? Thank you, Crystal Knuckles, for sending that in. And happy Goodies Gold Day to Ashanti Gore here on WCLU. We'll be drawing for that free meal to A Little Taste of Texas momentarily. But before that, we've got to get a few more birthdays in. Again, Ashanti Gore, 16 tomorrow. Teresa Sexton has a birthday tomorrow. We've got Maylee Morrison turning 8 tomorrow. Happy birthday to Maylee Morrison. And also, we've got Jacob Coomer, as I mentioned before. Jacob Coomer's grandmother called that in. So, hey, your grandmother loves you, Jacob. Go by and give her a big hug and kiss today. And on Sunday, we have birthdays for Bernard Francis. Jackie Smith is 57 years young. Also, Betty Turner has a birthday. Kim Parker Lawson has a birthday. Jackie Smith. Kathy Joe Inman has a birthday. Also, Danny Atwell is 75 years young on Sunday. And you know what? I don't know if it's customary or not, but I think 75 is a big one. So happy 75th birthday, Danny Atwell, on Sunday. And then on Sunday as well, we've got Douglas Guy Hurt turning 43 years old. And your mom, Miss Delcy, called that in. So thank you, Miss Delcy, for calling that in. We love Miss Delcy. She calls in quite often to let us know how things are going and to check in on us. And so appreciate everything that she does for us. It is special when we have people call in. And we got people calling in now. I'm sure we've got more birthdays to add. But first, let's take a quick break and hear from our friends at the South Green Street Church of Christ.
August 28th, 2013 was the 50-year anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous I Have a Dream speech that he gave in Washington, D.C. One of the lesser celebrated passages from his speech goes like this: "We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy." I love that phrase, the fierce urgency of now. King understood that something as important as civil rights had to be done right away, couldn't wait. What about your salvation? Are you waiting on it? Why do you wait? Rise and be baptized and wash away your sins, calling on his name. Acts 22:16. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
And as I said before, we're getting a few more birthday editions. We'll be getting them all morning. That's how it is on Fridays. Appreciate hearing from everybody, too. I know yesterday we were having technical difficulties, and I asked y'all not to call. But that was because, I'm telling you, when you're by yourself, it's just stressful. But today, Nellie is with me, and it helps out a whole lot. And y'all just don't know how much Nellie adds to this place. We couldn't survive without her, and And I tell you what, she just makes it a whole lot better to be around. So thank you, Nellie. A couple of additions for the birthdays today. I want to say happy birthday to one of my all-time best friends in life. We have lunch once a week, traditionally. We have been for about 12 years now. And his name is none other than Cody Meek. Cody is a legendary guy around here. He was in radio as Kid Cody. He's a legendary rock and roll DJ. And just an all-time really good guy. Cody just got married to Amberly, her maiden name Fishback. And congratulations on that, Cody, and just a special birthday. Your mama Gail called that in. And I know Cody, he'll probably be listening in the 7 o'clock hour, so we'll give him another special shout-out then. We also want to say happy 14th birthday today to Logan Booker. Logan Booker, adding you to the birthday list as well. Now, we are going to take a quick little break here, about 60 seconds. We'll get Mr. Sam Terry, our local historian, on the line, and we'll be going back in history 100 years, taking you all the way up to present day. It's the archives coming up next.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
I tell you what, we're going to have to call Sam back. Just a second.
You have reached mailbox number 270.
It seems like he's calling us back now. We'll wait on Sam to call back in here at 270-651-9149. While we're waiting on that, let's check out the Facebook Live feed here. All right, Sam, is that you?
It's me.
Sorry about that. I was checking out the Facebook Live feed and just giving a few shout-outs to the folks. Our number one fan, Miss Donita Brewington Runyon, is watching. Sharon Peterson is watching. They're always watching. A new person I'm not familiar with, Lisa Martin Miller, wishing everyone a great Friday. My mother-in-law, Judy Breedlove Combs, is watching from Paintsville, Kentucky. And my wife is watching. And as always, Jimmy Bewley is tuning in from out there in Austin, Kentucky. And what a great guy Jimmy Bewley is. Now, you ready to dig deep into the history of Barron County, Sam?
Let's go.
Had a lot of compliments yesterday, and people appreciating us going back and showing those pictures, because not everybody has Facebook, you know. And but I know that's been making its way around the news feeds here locally, and those pictures are they're just amazing. It's amazing people commenting on that too, you know, because it's just really cool, some of the stuff that's happened in our history, and you know, if we don't bring it up again, a lot of folks may never know about it.
That is correct, and we're so fortunate to have the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center as a repository of so many of these items, and that's why it's important for us to continue supporting that facility and continue adding things to it.
It really
to
is.
preserve our history today.
And I think that I don't think they've asked me to say this, but I would say that if we got some folks around my age or a little bit older who are looking to do something meaningful in their life, they could probably use volunteers to help keep the archives going. We've got Ray Green, who does a wonderful job, as well as Gail Berry. And then since we brought you onto this, Sam, I mean, I think it's just taking it to another level because, you know, we have the pieces of paper with the stuff on it. You've got the extra stuff. So, good morning to Dale Copus. He says, good morning, Wes, and everybody at WCLU. Nellie's joining me this morning to help me out because I don't do good by myself, Sam. Under pressure, you know, sometimes and I'm still waiting on my fluorescent lights to come in. I got one of them halfway burning and probably going to have to change them. Thank goodness I've got video lighting here in the studio. But let's talk about 1918, okay? We've got Lon Eaton, who is the authority for the assertion that the local cemetery sexton is in bad plight by reason of the fact that there is no business in the cemetery these days, which can't be bad news. But it is said that if the rate of doctors leaving Glasgow continues at this rate as heretofore, there will be no necessity of having a cemetery. How about that?
Sounds like Glasgow had lots of healthy people for a period of time at least.
I don't understand that either. When they say if the rate of doctors leaving Glasgow continues, there's not going to be a need for necessity I don't understand that. Because it seems to me like if you don't have doctors, then you can't keep people healthy. It seems like the opposite would happen. But what do I know?
Today, there's probably an underlying theme in there that we don't know about.
Oh, and wasn't it 10 years later that they established the T.J. Sampson Hospital?
It was indeed.
Okay, so that gave them a reason to come back. And so there you go. And speaking of that, that's how I met my wife. She did her residency here, and hey, I swooped her in. And so shout out to my wife, and love you, honey. Hope you're having a great day. Now, 1928, Sam. This is really cool, and I know you'll know a lot about this. A cheese factory for Glasgow, if milk producers respond to the call, is the headline. Says a field representative for Armour & Co. was here Tuesday viewing the situation relating to a cheese factory. He was favorably impressed and asked that survey be continued, that they would have to have a minimum of 10,000 pounds daily to open the plant. The success of this enterprise depends on the farmers. If they want a steady and reliable market for their milk, let them cooperate in establishing this desired industry. Well, we know that took off, right, Sam?
Well, it did at some point. I don't know how all the pieces came together following this piece in the newspaper, but certainly we all know that Barron County became Kentucky's #1 dairy-producing county and has had a long history of a very strong dairy industry in our community, as well as milk processing in various forms. So it sounds like the beginning of an industry here.
And, I mean, I love it when you hear about people who aren't here. Hey, there's my wife in the other studio. How you doing, honey? Can't see you, though. I got my camera turned around. All right, she's going to come holler at me after the archives. All right, let's see here. We have work underway in 1938 on remodeling the old Davidson Brothers building. The building on North Ray Street, recently vacated by the Lola B. Hat Shop, which will be occupied when renovations are completed by E.O. Thomas as a pool hall. The building is owned by W.P. Kaufman. So we're talking about a pool hall coming into town, North Ray Street. and being filled by, I know, a ton of fine gentlemen, if you will. We still got a few pool halls around here. I went to one time because my sister really likes pool. She likes to play. She tried to go in there and hustle some of those old guys, you know. So, North Ray Street. Which building was that? Do you know?
I do not know.
Well, we'll
Not
figure it
familiar
out.
with that.
I know somebody will call that in. All right, this day in 1948, Sam, we have Miss Frances Evelyn Goodman, who was a field nurse for Crippled Children's Commission in Louisville, is spending a few days with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joe L. Goodman, Sr., and other relatives as well, in completing plans for clinics at the Glasgow and Columbia locations at an early date.
Miss Goodman was a dedicated servant of people, and certainly to her nursing profession, part of a fine family that has contributed a lot to our community.
Now, the Goodman, I want to be clear on this because I'm just not going to be happy until I figure this out. But which Goodman is Joe Goodman Sr.? Was he the one from the candy company? Or
no, his son had a car dealership.
So, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Frances Evelyn was the sister of Joe Louis Goodman Jr.
Okay.
And aunt of Joe Louis III.
Okay, gotcha. Good to have that straightened out, Sam. Thank you. Because, it's not like I'm not interested in this stuff. I just don't know as much as you. But I do know, especially when you hear a name like that you've heard all your life, you want to get that straight. So, let's skip ahead another decade, and this is an interesting story here. This was in 1958, where a Senate and House conference agreement Monday provided $120,000 to complete planning for Barron No. 2 Reservoir, which is better known as Port Oliver. The joint action clears the way for the final congressional enactment of fiscal 1959 Public Works Appropriation Bill. It was announced by Senators Morton and Cooper. So we're talking about Port Oliver there, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to provide some money to create a master plan for that area here. And
exactly.
And, so that's interesting stuff. You got anything to add?
And all
on
of that. Well, all of that would eventually lead to a decade later, Barron River Lake,
right,
being created.
Right, and was that exactly a decade or somewhere?
A little bit more.
A little bit more, probably like right in 1970, 71. That sounds close, but I'm not 100% sure. Nonetheless, Barron County is forever grateful for that, as it is it is the tourism draw. All right, other than Mammoth Cave. So now let's talk about the year 1968, which we bring up 1968 all the time as one of our glory years. And we have L. Are you reading this with me? It's L/CPL. What does that mean?
You have lost me there.
Okay. Well, let me follow it up. It says I guess it's Lieutenant Corporal. Lieutenant Corporal Mike Nunn was awarded the Purple Heart for wounds that he received at Quai Son, Vietnam. Quai Son. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Nunn. So a Purple Heart is not something that they just give out to anybody. And so that's Lieutenant Corporal Mike Nunn, son of Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Nunn, getting a Purple Heart. Happy to remember him on this day. That was 50 years ago. 40 years ago on this day, Sam, we have Glasgow High School seniors receiving their senior rings. Paul Maloko was the first senior to try his ring on. So it sounds like Paul was itching to try on something shiny.
Yeah, but that was an exciting day for all the seniors.
It is. I actually talked to one of our seniors this year last night. I was trying to see if Aaron wanted to come on the air with me for a little bit this morning, but he is just so busy with his senior year of school, and I tell you what, he works hard for that school too. He does a lot of extra work for the Barron County school system, and I was at the school board meeting last night, and everybody just talks about how wonderful Aaron is, and so happy senior year to our number one man, Aaron Russell, son of Eddie Russell, over at the plant board. Now, and as a matter of fact, yesterday when we were having all those technical difficulties, it was Aaron who saved the day. Because Because I about lost it, Sam. I about had to go to the roof cam and just play music. Because I tell you what, I worked late the night before and we figured it out. All right, let's head on to another decade, Sam. Enough about me. Let's talk about Glasgow schools opening in 1988 on 24th, and the Barron County schools opened on August 18th. So opening a little bit later back in the 80s. Wrapping up their first week of school today. And all the construction over there is going really well. Tommy Gum with the Alliance Corporation was at the meeting last night, and he did a wonderful job, as well as Leah King. She's awesome. Shout out to Lee. All right, next we've got 1998, where 41 new Barron County School District new employees attended their orientation session this week. That's 41 new employees.
Sounds like an awful lot of new personnel. And, of course, the Barron County school system has grown exponentially over the past few decades.
I don't think they had quite that many new employees coming in this year, but I don't know if they were new employees or rehires or what. They give you 4 pages of stuff. It's really interesting, though, what it takes to have such a school system like that is really successful, but also, it's just it's very well run, and it takes a whole lot of people. So we want to wrap up the archives today with a young lady that I grew up with at the babysitter. She was a year younger than I, and her name is well known around these parts and around a lot of parts. Her name was Whitney Wade. Whitney Wade was the leader at the Ohio Women's Open currently on this day in 2008. She went on to, actually before that she was at University of Georgia. I think she coached there for a little bit. I'm not sure where she is now. But what a legendary athlete Whitney Wade was. And and the archives is definitely showing that up.
She was indeed, and she was also one of the inductees into this year's Glasgow High School Athletic Hall of Fame.
Very well deserved. She could have been inducted into the like Glasgow Middle School Athletic Hall of Fame or the Happy Valley Elementary School Athletic Hall of Fame if they had one, because in 4th grade, I remember we were at the babysitters, and USA Today shows up. It says, tell me about this 4th grade young lady that's competing in the state high school tournament in golf. It's pretty cool stuff, Sam, especially when you're in 4th grade. But
there you go.
That's how it goes. And that is the archives, Sam. I'm sorry I got on a few tangents there this morning. I'm just now catching my breath. But it is the archives, as always, sponsored by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. Because, Sam,
history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time.
You got it. Sam, have a wonderful weekend. Let's get together on Monday. I've looked ahead a little bit to Monday, and we've got a good lineup coming up. So enjoy your weekend, sir.
Always good. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Sam Terry, local historian, just a bank of information. Special shout-out to some more folks watching on Facebook Live. Lucas Hurt. Lucas, why don't you give me a call this morning? We'll do Tidbit News together. Hey, we got Nathan Woodcock, who is assistant manager at the Happy Valley Houchins location. He's a very fine individual. Greg Barnard is another great person. We got Terry Pruitt wishing everybody a happy Friday, and Clifton Albert Parsley, and Amanda Wilborn Holly is watching. Amanda, of course, is a wonderful, one of the best dental hygienists that you ever want to meet. The archives, again, brought to you by Joseph A. Wade. We'll take a quick break. I'm going to go holler at my wife for a minute, and we'll head to the roof cam now and hear from our friends at State Farm and Citizens Financial Bank.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Do you use a debit card? Do Do you get paid by direct deposit or have a monthly bill set up for auto payment? Do you like the convenience of online banking and the efficiency of e-statements? If so, Citizens First Platinum Plus checking account is for you. Stop by Citizens First today to open your Platinum Plus account and start earning real interest on your money.
Qualifications must be met each statement cycle to earn premium interest rates. Required minimum opening deposit of $100. Interest earned, compounded, and paid monthly. Interest rate is subject to change. Must be a Kentucky or Tennessee resident. One account per Social Security number. Member FDIC.
Congratulations. Are you excited about the new job?
Yes, but I don't know what to do with my 401k.
That's a big decision. As a Modern Woodman financial representative, I can explain your options and help you to make the best choice. I'm Anthony Mike. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
All right, everybody, we got an update on the archives. Whitney Wade is now located in the University of Louisville as a golf coach. David Walbert called that in and let us know about Miss Whitney Wade, and I'm sure she's doing a fantastic job, and University of Louisville has a wonderful golf program. Speaking of my wife who came in to visit today, she works with a lady named Laura Roper. You all will remember her as Laura Anderson. Laura Anderson was a legendary golfer in these parts at Monroe County, as well as a basketball player, and she is a All-American at the University of Louisville. So there you go. It's 6:59. We're going to pause and take a look at our weather forecast here in Barron County and see where we are. This weather forecast brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I, Terry, own Southern Kentucky Collision here in Glasgow. It's a collision repair center. We've been dealing with South Central Bank for probably 23, 24 years. They've always been good to us. They're a hometown bank. South Central Bank has been a really big part of our business as far as the growth. They've been there for us when we needed to borrow money to grow, and we appreciate that very much from South Central Bank.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Already a bit damp this morning, some wet pavement out there with some scattered showers, some patchy fog around. Scattered areas of showers around this morning, maybe an embedded thunderstorm this afternoon. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. Will only be near 80 degrees. Overnight tonight we'll fall back into the mid-60s, partial clouds and sunshine. And with a front in the area tomorrow morning, we may have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then a few clouds and sunshine by Saturday afternoon and better, 87. Sunday partial clouds in the middle 80s, and I think we'll take dry weather into Monday. Highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Right now it's 71 degrees here in downtown Glasgow at 7 o'clock. As we take a look at the constant coverage in-studio radar, we can see there is rain all around us. Now, it was raining this morning as I was coming into work, but it is currently stopped. Now, if you look there and as you zoom out to the southern part of the country, they're getting a ton of rain southeast of us. But there's more rain here in the western part of the state as it's making its way towards us. But as you can see, the weather pattern that's going on there on the constant coverage in-studio radar, you just can't tell if it's really going to hit us or if it's going to go north of us. But nonetheless, let's zoom out a little bit farther and see what we have going on here, if I can get my mouse to cooperate. Just one second, folks. I could go into why this is not working, but you all wouldn't care. All right, we'll take a look at that here in just a moment. But right now, we need to pause. Glasgow Building Supply has a special message for you. They are your sponsors of Swap and Shop, which is coming up right after the Houchins Lucky Name program this morning. And we'll hear from them, and then we're going to have Dago's Place and Garcia's Grill morning trivia. I had lunch there yesterday. The place was packed. I'm just telling you, you got to go to Dago's Place. You might not even be a fan of Mexican food, but you're going to like this because their ingredients are so top-notch. I mean, it's not like what you're used to. It's better than that. And so we're looking forward to everybody trying that as they hear about it here on the radio and tell them you heard us on WCLU. All right, Glasgow Building Supply and Trivia coming up next.
If you're thinking about remodeling your home, keep in mind that windows play a big part, so it's important to get the right ones. Anderson not only offers finely crafted windows and patio doors in thousands of sizes and styles, they also give you natural wood interiors, low-maintenance exteriors, and long-lasting, energy-saving performance. See the full line of Anderson windows at Glasgow Building Supply on the 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Anderson Windows. Long live the home.
It was one of those moments. I was a proud dad standing behind my son as he just switched off on his first bicycle pedal, pulled out my cell phone, and what did I do? Dropped it. Yep, there it was. And I knew it was cracked the second I picked it up. I didn't worry because I knew where to take it, and that's Gadget Patchers, located at 199 Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow. Gadget Patchers is a cell phone and computer repair store where I take all of my gadgets when they're in need of repair, whether that's cell phone screen, the charging port, or maybe it won't even come on at all now. And I have no doubt that Seth and all his talented staff at Gadget Patchers have the answers waiting for you. They can replace the entire screen, pretty much service a cell phone in any way imaginable. Time for an upgrade anyway? They've got newly refurbished phones and at great prices. Call Seth Arterburn down at Gadget Patchers at 270-228-0000 or stop in and get your repair quote on your device or bring it in and have them take a look at it, and you can shop around for a fully refurbished computer or laptop right in the store, as well as tablets and other phone accessories that you're going to need once you get that repair complete. Be sure to mention WCLU and get 10% off all accessories. Don't miss another one of life's events because of your broken device. See Gadget Patchers today.
You've put it off. You've tried to deny it. But the moment has come. Dun, 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 for your kid's first smartphone. Take comfort in being more connected, now for even less. Bluegrass Cellular is offering a selection of new smartphones for less than $5 a month. You heard that right, less than $5 a month. That's less than the price of a fancy coffee. Before you send them back to school, be sure they've got a way to stay in touch. Get more for less when you choose from select Samsung, LG, and other affordable smartphone models loaded with safety features. Give them a brand new device and give yourself the peace of mind that comes with staying connected. Learn more at bluegrasscellular.com or stop by your nearest location to pick up a new smartphone today. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
It is time to play trivia here at WCLU, and we've got a new tradition. As Long John's no longer sponsors trivia here, and we are okay with that because Dago's Place and Garcia's Grill is sponsoring it, and you could win a $5 coupon you could spend at either or place, not combined with any other offer, excluding alcohol, but Dago's Place, I'm telling y'all, it's new. It's in the old Plum Yum location out there by the Health Pavilion. It is amazing. All right, here's your local trivia for today. 270-651-9149. That's 270-651-9149. Tell me the original name of the first establishment in Kentucky, as far as the established settlement in Kentucky. Again, 270-651-9149. Tell me the original name of the first established settlement in the state of Kentucky. We'll go to the phone lines now. Good morning, Trivia. Hello, Trivia. They were good at getting in. They just didn't have an answer. Trivia.
Boonesburg.
Not Boonesburg. 270-651. Tell me what the name of the original name, not the current name, but the original name of the first established settlement in Kentucky. Trivia.
Fort Howard.
Say what now?
Fort Howard.
No, sir. Trivia.
Fort Herod.
Not correct, but you're close. 270-651-9149. Who can tell me the name of the first established settlement in the state of Kentucky? Trivia.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay, that's incorrect. Again, he's close too. I want the original name. All right, 270-651-9149. First settlement in Kentucky. What's the original name? Trivia.
Harrisburg.
That is incorrect. That is the current day name. So I'm going to tell y'all that. You're close. That's what it's called today. What was it called back then, originally? First settlement in Kentucky.
Trivia.
Fort Harrisburg.
No, sir.
He's taking the two close answers and combining them. Still not the right one, though.
Hello, Trivia.
Harrodstown.
That's right. Who am I speaking with?
It's Benny Lau.
Hey, Benny, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Good morning. Good morning.
And Harrodsburg is a really cool place. Central Kentucky in general is just beautiful, you know?
It is. It is. A lot of history there.
I was beginning to wonder where you were, Dr. Lau. Of course, I know y'all are busy getting ready for school and everything.
Well, I've been dialing a few days this week, but you've just had a lot of smart folks getting in and keeping the phone lines busy.
I tell you, it's unbelievable how many people I talk to who say, man, I know the answer a bunch of times, but I never can get in. I never can get through.
It can be difficult. It can. But that means you got a lot of folks listening, so that's good.
That's right. And, of course, this is a new thing for you this month is you're going to win that $5 coupon to Dago's Place or Garcia's Grill. Have you been there yet?
I have not been to the new one, but I got a pretty good idea. I've got a younger daughter that will take that real quick.
And congratulations to her on getting that perfect attendance there last night.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
we were proud of it.
We were at the school board meeting last night, and I tell you what, she's, of course, interned here before, and
right.
We just have nothing but good things to say about Casey Lau.
Well, thank you. I'll let her. She's not hearing us right now, so I'll let her know you said that.
Hey, that's all right. There are things to do. So, Dr. Lau, I hope you have a wonderful day. Come by and see us here at 229 West Main Street. We'll send you on your way to Dago's Place in Garcia's, and I'm telling you, you've got to try it, especially the new one, the Dago's Place, because it is just, the ingredients are just fresh and so good. You just can't believe it. You feel like you're eating healthy when you eat there, too.
Well, maybe I can have a donut over here at the old school cafe and then go eat healthy.
That's right. And hey, I'm telling you, I want y'all to come up with a donut burger.
We can do. We've actually played around a little bit of donut pizza also. So yeah, we can do that.
And I heard from some people down there. Of course, they're now they're starting next week. They're going to be running some advertisements here on the morning show. And so we'll be hearing more about that as well. And I'm telling you what, it's great. Y'all are doing good things over there at Metcalfe County School.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Dr. Lau, have a great day, sir.
You too.
WCLU Trivia brought to you by Dago's Place and Garcia's Grill. For an intimate setting with family and friends, everyone knows the place to go in Glasgow is Garcia's Grill. But did you know about Dago's Place? It's next to the TJ Health Pavilion in the former Plum Yum location. Also owned by Armando and family at Garcia's Grill. When you're talking Mexican food, it's all about the ingredients, and Armando uses only the best ingredients at both Garcia's and Dago's Place. The difference is, Dago's Place is a little more casual, and you also get to pick your sauces, cheeses, herbs, and spices. So if you've never tried Dago's Place, you'll love the authentic Mexican flavors made with the finest ingredients. That's Dago's Place, owned and operated by the same folks at Garcia's Grill.
CBS News Update. A state of emergency declared in the wildfire that's led to evacuation orders for 20,000 people who live near Southern California's Cleveland National Forest.
There's no reason for somebody to cause this catastrophe in Southern California. This is ridiculous.
The man accused of setting the fire, expected to be arraigned today. Flames from the holy fire now cover more than 10,000 acres. KCBS TV's Chris Hallstrom is in Lake Elsinore.
Another issue out here, even for people not living in this immediate area, is the air quality. You can actually see ash, that's not snow, just falling from the sky, but definitely a lot of work that needs to be done out here.
SoCal's Ping Lin.
We requested 1,000 additional firefighters. Unfortunately, we've been competing for resources because of the multiple fires in California.
Officials say Northern California's Mendocino complex fire is now 51% contained. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am really excited because I have a special guest in the studio with me today. It is the president and CEO of the People's Bank Terry Bunnell. Terry, how are you, sir?
Doing fine this morning, Wes. Thanks for having me in today.
Well, we're happy to have you in here, and I tell you what, we're so happy with what you all are doing out on the deep end of West Main, out on 6880. Tell me a little bit about that process before you ever laid the first cornerstone. Tell me the thought process on building this bank.
Sure, Wes. We were looking for a facility that would be able to serve the needs of our customers here in Glasgow and Berrien County, and wanted it to be a convenient location where customers could come in easy, exit the facility easy, and wanted to be on the west side of the bypass. We felt like that the city of Glasgow was growing that direction,
yes,
and wanted to be, again, where we had good visibility and the convenience of coming into the facility and exiting. So that's why we're out there. It's a great location for us.
And I tell you what, more stuff's going to come out that way too. I think so, especially if we end up having to build another elementary school or something like that. I think it'll be out that way because you got people from Warren County who are moving this direction, or people are commuting that way. It's really convenient, and I think it's great. I think it shows, people. I know some businesses are closing here in the area, but I think it shows growth, especially when you look at what you guys are putting together. I drive by there every day, and I'm just amazed at the progress.
Oh yeah, we've been really excited. From the very first day we started working on the facility. I mean, it's been a great location for us. A lot of comments have been made by individuals thanking us for making an investment in the community. Where Supreme Meals for years and years was in that location. They provided a great service to folks here in the area, and the facility was getting older and the buildings were beginning to deteriorate somewhat. So we just saw this as an opportunity for us, but also an opportunity for our community.
And, of course, you guys are going to be sort of unveiling all of this on August 26th. But before we get into those details, I like to keep it real, Mr. Bunnell. And, I mean, you all have kind of been like a non-traditional bank in a way. And you take pride in that.
Well, we do. I mean, I guess you say non-traditional, which way you want to say that, but
talking about
I've been involved in banking in this community since I was 16 years old.
Sure.
And very fortunate to get in banking many years ago at Citizens Bank and Trust. James Trigg Pace was a part of that. Tommy Jackson actually hired me into banking years and years ago, and worked with Harold Matthews and just a whole host of other individuals. But what I saw then is what I still believe today is the community focus, where you've got to be close to your customer, you've got to know your customer, you got to have access for your customers, you got to be available for them in lots of different ways. And we want to bring what's new today. The technology has driven a lot of the service we provide today, but you got to be there for your customer. You got to be invested in the community, and that's what we have attempted to do and will continue to do. It's I remember stories with customers coming in and just having good conversation and spending the time with the customer, so that you truly know what their needs are and they can relate to you and you can relate to them. And when things are good, you're there, and when things are not so good, you're there. So there's a partnership and definitely a win-win situation for everyone.
And whether you're talking about families, farms, or businesses, nobody wants to get smaller. They want to grow, and you guys are growing as well. And I'm just so excited for you all because it is a fabulous looking facility. They're going to unveil it on August the 26th. Again, for folks who haven't seen it, it's at 1300 West Main Street, and they're having an open house and ribbon cutting. And interestingly enough, they're having it on a Sunday, which I'm really glad you're doing that, because you're not doing it during church time. It's between 2 and 4. But what more? Sunday is a day of rest, Terry, and we don't want people to come in there thinking it's all business. This is a celebration.
Exactly, Wes, and we want to do it on a Sunday so that it allow a lot of people to come, view our facility, meet our staff, an opportunity for us to get to know them, and then celebrate with us. This is, Yes, it's for the bank. Obviously, it's an investment to us as shareholders and other stakeholders in the bank, but it's also an investment back into the community, and we want to celebrate this with the community. We believe in what's happening in Glasgow and Berrien County and our part of South Central Kentucky, and again, it's about community. That's why we're there. Our customers have brought us to this point, and our customers will lead us as we move on into the future.
And I know you're not able to build this facility if you don't mention those wonderful people that you work with every day.
Exactly, yeah. We have a fantastic staff here in Glasgow. We're adding to our staff. Very fortunate to work with this people who care about the customer, who care about one another, who want to help and be a service, and they understand the value. They have the work ethic and the attitude of doing the right thing and doing it obviously in the right manner. And I also want to say, Wes, we've been very fortunate. Great contractor in Alliance Corporation. I mean, they've led us through this journey. Terry Rich is our superintendent on the site, and he and his crew have done a fantastic job. Our subcontractors, from electrical work to plumbing to tiling, just everything. Chad Crabtree over at Park City Stones did a fantastic job in getting the site ready for us. I mean, just a lot of people who've come together to help us, and it is a celebration truly for us, but for everyone involved in this, and especially for our customers in this community.
And you and I were out there on a cold day. We were getting some aerial shots of basically an empty lot.
It was.
Now it's one of the best looking facilities in Berrien County.
Well, I appreciate that. And again, that's a tribute to so many people who've made it happen. And that's the greatness for me, is to be involved in this with so many other people helping, in the partnerships, just working together with other people and seeing the reality of it. The other day, the folks doing the landscaping, Grant Woodward and his crew, he said his guys were so happy to be involved in doing something like they were taking a tremendous amount of pride in knowing that they had a part in making this reality. And I thought, well, yeah, that's what it's all about.
It really
People working together.
That's wonderful, Terry. You bring a good message to us today, a positive message, a thing that we can end the week on, thinking about the growth and the positivity right here in Glasgow. It's the People's Bank. We're having their grand opening, if you will, an open house and ribbon cutting on August the 26th. It's a Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4. You're going to check out the new facility. You're already impressed with what you see, but you're going to really be impressed once you go inside. Get to meet the fine folks that work there, including Terry and Melissa Jones and some other folks, and they're going to be doing some door prizes and some giveaways just as a token of their appreciation for you showing up and celebrating with them. So it's going to be a good day. We're going to continue to remind folks about that between now and August 26th. But anything last word that you want to mention before we head to the 7 o'clock news?
Sure, Wes, I just want to invite people to come out and be a part of that again from 2 to 4 on August 26th. Again, it's for the community, and I've been fortunate to be in the community for many, many years. A lot of people have been role models for me and shown me what it means to really care about something, and passionately in that caring have been inspiration. So this is a part of that, to continue that on.
All right, Terry. Well, thank you so much for coming in and joining us. You're welcome anytime. And we're going to pause right now for just a moment and switch gears and talk news. But what great news you bring today, Terry. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Wes.
Have a great day, sir.
Thanks.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Bailey Gibson, them
making, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
In life, mistakes happen. Dad dropped his flip phone in the lake. We all had to laugh, but guess what? He bought another flip phone. Got just what he wanted. You should too. Don't make a mistake by going to a dealer who doesn't put you and your needs first. Don't let your needs and dreams sink to the bottom. Snag a great deal at Bailey Gibson.
Come on, call my Dandy's new flip phone.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. On Monday at approximately 6:29 p.m., the Barron County Sheriff's Office stopped a 97 Dodge pickup truck on Finney Road in reference to a stolen trailer investigation. During the investigation, deputies located multiple small baggies and a glass pipe used to boat methamphetamine on the side of the roadway that was believed to have been thrown out by the vehicle's occupants. While conducting a search of the vehicle, deputies located a baggie containing suspected methamphetamine inside of a cigarette pack in the front seat of the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle, Joshua Miller, age 33, of Scottsville, was arrested and charged with no registration plates, failure of owner to maintain required insurance, operating on a suspended or revoked license, tampering with physical evidence, drug paraphernalia, possession and possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, methamphetamine. Also, the passenger, Robert Shirley, age 31, of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with tampering with physical evidence, drug paraphernalia possession, and possession of a controlled substance, first degree, second offense, methamphetamine. According to Hart County Sheriff Boston Hensley, on August the 3rd, the Hart County Sheriff's Office received a complaint of a stolen vehicle from Walker Stewart Road. Gina Jewell, age 34, of Walker Stewart Road of Horse Cave, was arrested for theft by unlawful taking, auto $500 or more but less than $10,000, disorderly conduct first degree, resisting arrest, and alcohol intoxication. Jewell was lodged in the Hart County Jail in lieu of a $5,000 cash bond. The vehicle was returned to the owner. The following Hart County indictment warrants were executed on Wednesday by the Hart County Sheriff's Office, and all were lodged in the Hart County Jail. Jordan Bruton, age 24, of Munfordville, was indicted for wanton endangerment first degree, disorderly conduct second degree, and was held on a $25,000 cash bond. Dwight Wright, age 42, of Horse Cave, was indicted for criminal mischief first degree, 2 counts, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle first degree, leaving the scene of an accident, operating on a suspended or revoked operator's license, failure of owner operator to maintain required insurance, persistent felony offender first degree, and was held on a $25,000 cash bond. Paul A. Buckner, age 31, of 1600 Spivak Road in Munfordville, was indicted for possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, $5,000 cash bond. And Alan Gibson, age 62, of Bonneville, was indicted for assault second degree and held on a $20,000 cash bond. Gary Jewell, age 39, of Canmer, was indicted for burglary third degree, deposit litter in a receptacle and elements carry away, and was held on a $50,000 cash bond. Donald Huffman, age 22, of Canmer, was indicted for burglary second degree, sexual abuse first degree, and was held on a $9,500 cash bond. Congressman Brett Guthrie announced yesterday that the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, and the Assistance to Firefighters Grant Program is awarding a $38,667 grant to the Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department in Barron County. The AFG program awards grants directly to fire departments, emergency medical services organizations, and state fire training academies. The grant to the Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department will allow them to purchase personal protective equipment for firefighters. The Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department does excellent work in Barron County, says Congressman Guthrie. He also adds that this grant will help them to purchase personal protective equipment, commonly referred to as turnout gear, that will protect the crew while they are fighting fires. This will be an excellent investment for the Barron County community and will save lives. He also adds that he is proud that the AFG program chose the Temple Hill Volunteer Fire Department. Well, the South Central Kentucky Business Expo is coming up on August the 28th, and for the past 9 years, the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce has partnered with local businesses to bring the South Central Kentucky Business Expo. The event continues to evolve, but the mission of the Business Expo remains focused on getting local businesses to connect with other local opportunities. This mission is accomplished through bringing business leaders into one location to network. Another mission of the South Central Kentucky Business Expo is to educate targeted towards business leaders. Derek Ramsey is the Kentucky Secretary of Education and Workforce Development and is the perfect speaker for this particular audience. Ramsey is an All-American football player. In 1975, Ramsey became the first African-American starting quarterback in the University of Kentucky's history, leading the Wildcats to a 10-1 season, an SEC championship, and a Peach Bowl win. Ramsey then went on to play 9 years in the NFL as a tight end with the Oakland Raiders, the New England Patriots, and the Detroit Lions, including winning a 1981 Super Bowl ring with the Raiders. Ramsey began his government career in 2004 as the Deputy Secretary of Commerce. Governor Matt Bevin named him Secretary of the Kentucky Labor Cabinet in 2015, and earlier this year, his current position, this year's speaker sponsor, is Citizens First Bank. Again, Derek Ramsey will begin speaking at 9 a.m. on August 28th. That event is the South Central Kentucky Business Expo, will be held at Ralphie's Fun Center. Doors open to the public at 10 a.m. And in local sports, Glasgow High School football season will begin soon, and you can be sure and join us this Saturday morning at 8:30 for the first edition of Ask the Coach for the 2018-19 school year. The sports director, Joe Myers, will preview the upcoming Glasgow football season with head coach Jeff Garman and get his thoughts on what he expects to see from his team this year. That's Ask the Coach tomorrow morning at 8:30 on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
When I go in, it is always a proud feeling to go through the school and see what wonderful tradition, teachers, and staff we have, from the very first person that meets a student to the one that says goodbye to them in the afternoon.
That was educator Ronnie Doyle, who recognized two 13-year perfect attendance recipients, Casey Lyle from Barron County High School and also Ashlyn Veluzed of Barron County High School.
We'll be happy to give you a plaque tonight and a check to help you with college tuition. And I found that kind of dear, as I have 3 grandchildren in school instead. So congratulations for your 13-year.
Other individuals who were recognized at the board meeting last night were the Volunteer of the Month, Nancy Klein, a Park City volunteer. Also, Classified Employee of the Month, Donna Kinslow from Park City Elementary Instructional Assistants, and Certified Employee of the Month, Wen Chang Wayne from Park City Elementary School. The Student of the Month was Gentry Gray from Park City Elementary. Also, 2 national runner-up teams were recognized at the meeting last night. From Barron County Middle School, it was Joshua Klein and Elijah Anderson, both incoming freshmen this year at Barron County High School. They were recognized for their runner-up with their app that they created, the Water to Land app, which features highlights and good places to enter streams at Barron River Lake.
Help with tourism in the community. He gave relevant, up-to-date information regarding waterway traffic, fishing trends, details on natural trails, weather information, and various other aspects that would be information for Barron River Lake. The goal was to improve and provide the best possible recreational experience at one of the community's top attractions. So our middle school students, Josh and Elijah, were runners-up in that contest, so we'll give them a hand.
Also, Barron County High School national runner-ups in agriculture expanded another app for ag networking, included Taylor Ladd, Zachary Harper, Dylan Bragg, and Dakota Brown. Ladd is a sophomore, Harper a junior, Bragg a senior, and Brown also a senior. And with completion nearing an end with the athletic field replacement for the football field at Barron County High School, along with their Area Technology Center and the Career Technology Center, Tommy Gum, President and CEO of Alliance Corporation, says things are almost done.
Several loose ends. I mean, we all know that. We still have people on site. We're working with staff to not hinder anything that's going on with the punch list. Where's Stephanie?
I'm right here.
I need to take the blue tape away from Stephanie.
It's green.
Was it green? It looked blue to me. Okay.
A dedication ceremony for the new facilities will be held on September 18th at 10:30. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. Mark your calendars for Saturday, August 25th, and gather up all of your old oil-based paints, batteries, old electronics, and propane cylinders, because the City of Glasgow presents its Kentucky Proud event, the Household Hazardous Waste and Free Shredder Day. Commercial and industrial waste will not be accepted, nor will latex paints, refrigerators, or stoves. Now is the time to clean out your homes, garages, and attics. That's Saturday, August 25th, a Kentucky Proud event at the Beaver Trail Park from 9 a.m. until noon. Please take advantage of this free event and remember to have those items ready by August 25th.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man. But there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jerry Bloom. An Ohio County mother indicted on charges involving the rape, sodomy, and human trafficking of her own children.
Shelley Hayes is accused of physically abusing her 7 children for several years. 6 of her children are under the age of 18. Hayes' children told authorities they had been sexually abused by men she brought into the home. She also allegedly received money from one of the men involved. Hayes is facing several charges, and more are expected. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
Crystal Rogers' family is hoping that someone knows something about her disappearance and that they're watching TV. The Oxygen Network will air a show on Sunday about Rogers' 2015 disappearance. Her mother was on the Today Show this week alongside one of the new investigators in the case. You can watch the disappearance of Crystal Rogers Sunday evening on Oxygen. The 2018 Kentucky State Fair starts soon, and officials say they want to get you to and from the fairgrounds as quickly and as safely as possible. Suzanne Duval has more.
Louisville Metro Police Lieutenant Dale Massey says it's a fact you might get stuck in traffic.
Honking your horn will not expedite this process. Again, please remain patient as we try to get you in and out of the property.
You can buy your parking ahead of time. Fair spokesman Cody Patterson says you can save yourself some time and money that way.
Buy your parking now. It's a little bit cheaper, and you can use our express lanes.
You can buy those tickets and find more information at the fair website, kystatefair.org. I'm Suzanne Duval.
Students at Eastern Kentucky University won't pay more in tuition this school year, but they will still pay more. The university sent an email to students this week explaining that while tuition will remain flat, they'll pay a new $300 a year asset preservation fee. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's fast approaching that time of year with school starting on August the 8th. Transportation is off to a great start this year. We have a full driving staff, and we also have a good lineup of substitute drivers, but would always like more in our transportation family. So anyone in our listening area who would like to apply, please go to our school website at barron.kyschools.us and go to job postings for substitute bus drivers. This is the best part-time job you would ever want. With school starting up, someone will eventually meet a school bus loading or unloading a student. Please, when you see a bus driver activating his big yellows, be prepared to stop your vehicle. And please stay off your cell phone. It could mean a child's life. If anyone sees a vehicle running stop arms, please notify our local law enforcement with a description and a license plate number. We're not after folks to find them, but to keep our students safe all year. Also, our back-to-school bashes will begin the first 2 weeks of August, and all our drivers will be there to introduce themselves and give pickup and drop-off information to parents and guardians. We will have all this information as well as safety tips for our parents on our Barron County Schools website. So let's all have a safe rest of the summer and see you on August the 8th.
Okay, right now WCLU News Time is 7:39, and we are anxious for our weekly giveaway. I want to remind everybody today is Ashanti Gore Day on the radio because she's turning her sweet 16th birthday tomorrow. So if you see Ashanti, be sure you pat her on the back, tell her she's good as gold from her friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Her good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. So we have our 5 pieces of paper folded up, and Nellie has the hat. I'm going to hold the hat. Nellie is going to draw. I'm going to mix them up real good so she doesn't cheat.
I wouldn't do that anyway.
All right, Nellie, take a draw there. All right. Let's see who we got. Glenda Cox. Glenda Cox from Tuesday. Congratulations, Glenda Cox. You are going to be going to a little taste of Texas with a free meal. How about that? And couldn't happen to a nicer person. I know Miss Glenda Cox. Wonderful lady, and I hope that she enjoys that as well. Shout out to Josh Fields. Hello, Josh. How are you, sir? And, hey, I've been meaning to get back to you on the message you sent me earlier, but I have been swamped. And my Aunt Della Jesse's watching this morning, so thank y'all for tuning in on Facebook Live. We think it's cool for people who don't live in the city limits to be able to watch us instead of listen to us. We know radios, not as many people have them in their homes as they used to, and we think it's cool for people who are from here but don't live here anymore. They like tuning in. It gives them a little bit of taste of home, if you will. So we're going to pause for just a moment and come back with your local weather forecast. We're going to see what it looks like for the rest of the day and for the rest of the weekend. We're back after this on Good Morning Live.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility. None of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
All right. Well, Miss Glenda Cox called in and said thank you so much. She's listening this morning, so glad that she won that free meal. We'll be doing it again next week. Speaking of next week, let's get an early look at your forecast for this weekend and heading in to Monday. Here's the forecast brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards, who is a professional caregiver and referral services. The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and private caregiver and referral services. When roles reverse in your later years, when child becomes caretaker and the needs of the parent become most important, it's comforting to know that there's help along the way. Peggy Tuck Edwards would like for you to be informed about private caregiver and referral services because sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship. It's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether in the home or in an assisted living or nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062.
Already a bit damp this morning, some wet pavement out there with some scattered showers, some patchy fog around. Scattered areas of showers around this morning, maybe an embedded thunderstorm this afternoon. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. We'll only be near 80 degrees. Overnight tonight we'll fall back into the mid-60s, partial clouds and sunshine. And with a front in the area tomorrow morning, we may have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then a few clouds and sunshine by Saturday afternoon and better, 87. Sunday partial clouds in the middle 80s, and I think we'll take dry weather into Monday. Highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Ray always has a very good take on the weather. It helps to have a meteorologist do this stuff instead of somebody like me. But I do want to look at the constant coverage in studio radar, where, as you can see, there's rain basically all around us and just southeast of us. Probably southeast Berrien County is probably getting a few scattered showers as we speak. Definitely getting some over in Warren County. But as you take a look at the zoomed out version of this radar screen, you can see there is more on the way. We don't know for sure if it's in our pattern or not, but it's definitely kind of a 50-50 chance, if you will, if it's going to hit us. So that gets us caught up on the weather forecast for right now. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to hear from our birthday list. We got a whole weekend's worth after this message from Smith Siding.
Shut that window! We can't afford to heat the whole neighborhood. You ever said that to someone in your house? Smith Siding in Glasgow would love to show you how much heat the neighborhood gets even with your old leaky and inefficient windows shut. And how much better their vinyl replacement windows insulate against outside cold air. Plus, they're easy to clean and bring new life to the appearance of your home. Randall and Shane Smith would love to talk to you about windows. In business for 44 years, we get it right. 651-1009. Nothing can take down a home like a debilitated, leaky roof. How can you find a roofing contractor who can analyze the problems and then come up with a quote that may be less expensive than you think? Smith Siding has a great reputation in Southern Kentucky. In fact, insurance companies depend on Smith Siding as a reliable contractor. You can too. Have Shane and Randall Smith look at your situation and start the process. In business for 44 years, we get it right. Smith Siding. 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
We're talking birthdays this morning on Friday, August the 10th. We're celebrating birthdays for Jordan Metters. Happy birthday, Jordan. That comes in from your Uncle Willie. Happy birthday to Sawyer Bishop. Also, Carla Bell celebrating a birthday. And Logan Booker turning 13 years old today. And a special happy birthday shout out to one of my best friends ever, Mr. Cody Meek. He is the voice of TV commercials in this area. And used to be a radio guy himself, Kid Cody, over on The Point. Now, happy birthday to Natalie Grace Holman, who's 17. Jesse Muse is 31. Hunter Love is 18 today. Also, Brenda Harbison, Tyler McCown, and Lily Williams. Rounding out the birthdays. The birthdays, of course, brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. If it's been a while since you've been to Ralphie's, you need to check out their upgrades. I'm telling you, the laser tag, the escape room, the bowling alley is top notch. It's just... Ralphie's Fun Center is a great place, and it's a great place to have a birthday, too. So, let's talk about anniversaries. Nothing wrong with doing an anniversary at Ralphie's either, if you're a fun couple. Hey, anniversaries for Robert and Shirley Davidson, 61 years. They were our good as gold couple from yesterday. And also Chad and Ashley Livingston. Our good as gold couple today is Ashanti Gore. Ashanti is 16 tomorrow. If you see Ashanti Gore at school or around town today, pat her on the back, tell her she's good as gold from her friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. So happy birthday on Saturday to Ashanti Gore. Happy birthday Saturday to Teresa Sexton. Maylee Morrison is 8. Jacob Coomer, happy birthday, Jacob Coomer from your grandmother who called that in. And also happy birthday Justin Shirley on Saturday. On Sunday, we have a birthday for Bernard Francis. Jackie Smith's 57 years young. We've got Mark Parks turning 48. Douglas Guy Hurt is 73. Your mother, Miss Delsey, called that in. And we also have a 75th birthday on Sunday for Danny Atwell, and I think that's worthy of one of these. Also, happy birthday Sunday to Betty Turner, Kim Parker, and Kathy Inman. And that wraps up the birthdays for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you have any more, you can leave them in the Facebook Live comments there, and we'll be sure and get them on there. Shout out to everybody watching on there. Right now, we're going to pause and take a quick break and hear the good word from our friends at the Refuge Church of Christ. When we come back, it's Tidbit News.
Good morning, friends. I do not consider myself to be politically minded. I owe allegiance to no one nor any entity except Jesus and his blood-bought church. Because of that, I find it troubling that many people, including those who claim to be followers of Christ, continually spout off with rude and in-your-face words on social media concerning other people or political positions. It seems that if one doesn't agree with or doesn't like a particular public official or their policy, then it's open season on them and their character. Not only is that unchristlike, it's not even within the bounds of decent humanity. Even though it must be admitted that many unfortunate, illegal, and even immoral acts are committed in the name of political workings, and indeed those should be noted and opposed, such must be done in such a way as Christ would have done. Surely one must have something more important to do within their life and their energy than to constantly be either tearing down someone or promoting someone in what appears to be a retaliation in the political arena. Make no mistake, there's never an excuse for ill treatment of another person, either by word or deed, and yet such seems to be the order of the day from both sides of the political arena, as well as the world of society and culture. We would do well to read Matthew 5, verses 43 through 48. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, we got news of the tidbit variety. I ran out of time yesterday, didn't have time to play this one, but I want to talk about it today. This happened on Wednesday, I believe, where a pair of New York State couples won a $1 million lottery jackpot together. And they said that the numbers came, get this, the winning numbers came from a dream that they had not recently, but years ago. Mary Wilson with her husband Gary and friends Gary and Pamela Tingley visited the lottery headquarters to collect that $1 million cash for life second prize they won by matching the first 5 numbers from the drawing on the 28th of June. Now, the ticket was purchased in Dryden, New York, and this pair of couples says, "We've been friends for years. We all buy tickets and have always agreed to split the winnings." That's pretty cool, too. So, but apparently, basically, they had a dream about this lottery, and it came true, even down to the exact number. I mean, how crazy is that? I think that's hilarious. Hey, somebody's got to win. Might as well be the folks who have been agreeing for years to split the money. All right, here's a cool story. And for those watching on Facebook Live and EPB Channel 6, I'm going to put this picture online. This is absolutely hilarious. And everybody knows somebody like this, all right? As you can see there's an elderly man. He's 69 years old. He's from Taiwan. And he's become a local celebrity over there because he's been seen around the city playing Pokemon Go on 11 smartphones. So he obviously has a pretty good retirement because he can afford 11 iPhones. But he's playing Pokemon Go on his bicycle. He's got 11 iPhones mounted to his bicycle. And I wish the folks on the radio side could see this. But just imagine what 11 phones mounted to your bicycle looks like. And he's going around on his bicycle and playing Pokemon Go, which that game came out a couple years ago. It's neat. It utilizes app integration and things like that to where you go find these Pokemons, or I don't know. I tried it. I wasn't into it, but nonetheless, they call him Uncle Pokemon. And that picture is just so funny. Uncle Pokemon. 11 phones. You know, I could see a kid maybe doing that if he could mow enough yards to afford 11 phones. But a 69-year-old guy, that's just too funny. That guy is loving life and loving retirement. All right, and this last story here in Tidbit News, I want to tell you about Gulliver. All right? And I'm going to post a picture of that online as well. Gulliver is the world's smallest horse. Get this. You can see a picture of him next to a puppy. That's a very young puppy, too. It's not a full-size dog. He is 19 inches tall. And you can see the picture there. He's an adorable miniature horse. He measures 19.29 inches from hoof to shoulder blade. And he strutted his stuff at the International Equestrian Exhibition in St. Petersburg, Russia. Now, on the other side of this, the tallest dog that's living today is Freddie. He's owned by a person in the UK who is 3 feet 4.75 inches tall when measured in Leon C. So, but nonetheless, how cute is that? I hope that horse doesn't have health problems or anything because it's just so daggone cute. And I guarantee you right now, if there's children watching, they're like, "Mommy, I want one of those." So, 19 inches tall. It's just not even that tall. It's like not even 2 pieces of paper tall. Can you imagine a horse like that? It's funny stuff. And it is Tidbit News here on WCLU, wrapping up the week with some cute and cuddly stuff. And a guy with 11 iPhones mounted. It's just too funny. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having fun with that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll have a really cool song to get you back to the ride to work here. And thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Live.
When the skies are gray and the weather won't cooperate, think of all the great days that lie ahead. And one company can make every day better. Time